Hello and welcome to LaborEdge Knowledge Base, where we are here to answer your questions and provide information. In today's tutorial, we are going to talk about how to create and post a new job for a client. Let's get started. When posting a new job for a specific client, you'll first go to the Client tab, so we'll click on Client Management to open up our list of clients. You can either enter in the specific client you're looking for, or you can scroll through your list to find the client and double-click on the client to open up the profile. If you look up top, there are 4 blue buttons: Post a Perm Job, Post Job, View Jobs, and Back to List. These 4 buttons will remain at the top whenever in a client profile, so you're able to scroll through and look at the different tabs while being able to still have these 4 buttons remain up top. Today we'll be working through Post Job, so we'll click on that one, and a new window will open up to post a new job for that client. Here you'd like to make sure that the client name is the correct client that you're trying to post a job for. If not, you'll go back to List, and then you'll select the appropriate client. The next is our job type field. Here you'll drop down and select what type of placement it is. So we'll say this one is travel. And this will select all job types associated with that specific client. So here we have configured per diem, perm, and travel. And then you can select the quantity. So here when selecting a quantity, if you want to clone jobs or make multiples of the same job, you would select that number here. So if I want to have 10 of this specific job, I could click on 10, and it'll automatically populate 10 of these jobs and post 10 jobs to the job board for my recruiters to see to apply their candidates to. For today, we're just going to say there's 1, and we'll work on down our list. So our next field that we have is our start date. So go here through and select your start date. So we'll say it's October 31st. And then if you'd like to click ASAP, so ASAP will automatically update that start date to the current date. So if this was a job that needed to be filled no matter what, and we want to update it every day, and we knew that this was a position that needed to be updated every day, our system can automatically do that if we mark ASAP. Our system will automatically default to 13 weeks for the assignment length. However, you're able to go in here and manipulate the weeks if you would like, so we could say that it's 10 weeks. And then it will automatically calculate the end date based on the assignment length you have entered. But if this assignment length is not what you want, you can click on it and you can adjust the end date. You can say that they'll be ending on that Sunday the 17th, and it will stay there for you. And then as you continue down, we have status, so we'll select open because this is a new job. Next we have our shifts. So any shifts that are configured at the admin level will appear in this drop down. So say this is 12 nights, so it's 7P to 7A, and we'll automatically calculate the shifts per week for you based on the number of hours. So if there's 12 hours, that would be 3 shifts for that specific week. If you would like, and not see your choices here, you're able to enter custom times for you, and then you can enter in the shifts per week. And also if it's a 36, 48-hour rotation, you're able to select that here. And then if you had any other custom job order, such as saying it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something along those lines, you're able to enter that here and then select those specific hours for that shift. So if it was always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was always 12-hour shifts, you'd be able to enter that custom other shift start date and shifts per week here. So as we scroll down, in our next box we have what division, so it's automatically defaulted to nursing. We'll say it's RN, and we'll do a labor, or we'll do a labor and delivery posting. Next, we automatically default if this is a floating position, so we have yes. If it's not, select no. If on-call is being required, we'll say yes, it's required for this position, and the amount of call required. So we can say that 3 hours is always required, 3 hours per week. And then if this is a hot job or not, if it's a hot job, it will signal to the recruiters that this job needs to move fast, and they'll be marked as a priority on their list when searching for jobs. And then if they have to float, it will say to what areas. We automatically default to float to areas of competency, but you're able to go in and edit this field to what you would like it to say. Any required certifications are required that are configured at the client level will appear here. And then any preferred certifications or additional information you're able to enter here. As we scroll through, we see client type. You can select what type it is, so we'll say it's a VMS. You'd like to make sure that the appropriate sales rep is being configured. If not, you're able to change it here. We can select a VMS type. We'll say this is Focus 1. And then all these grayed out areas, such as the city, state, zip, is pulled from the client profile. So if any information in the grayed areas is incorrect, you would have to close out and go back to the client profile, update that information, and then we'll update here on the job posting. When posting to the online job board, if you would like to display an alias, you'll click on this box here. It will open up this field, and we could say that this is in Southern California. This way it's not giving away specifically what hospital or what city location, but the recruiters are able to see and the candidates are able to see where jobs are. And then if you want just a specific city named, you would be able to select this choice right here, and it will display online in the postings. All this information, number of beds required for submittal, number of cases per day, lodging, website, charting system, cancellation policy, timesheet policy is all pulled from the client profile. And as we scroll down, we have unit description, uniform, client notes, credential notes, which is all as well pulled from the client profile. At the very bottom, depending on the profession specialty selected, in addition to the items configured at the admin level for specific rates for that state, will automatically populate at the bottom and display on the job details. Here I'm displaying the maximum amount that's available. However, it might be much less than this. This is California, so there is more fields configured for California than other states such as Michigan or Florida. So our first two fields are regular low bill and regular high bill. So this is configured at the VMS level, that if you want to be able to enter a bill rate range, so that way your recruiters have the ability to see a range and adjust the bill rates to give a best deal possible. So you'd enter in the smallest amount that you would accept for a bill rate. So we'll say that the lowest can be 80 and the highest can be 95. And so the recruiter has the ability to change that rate within this range that you have set for them. If this is not configured, it will just say regular bill rate and it will only have one field. As we scroll through, we can see there's multiple overtime options. We have our over 8, over 12, over 40, and over 48. Here you're able to go through and enter in any rates that would apply. So we'll just say they're all 100. We have our on-call bill. Our VMS fee will automatically populate based on what's configured at the admin level. You have your callback and your holiday pay rate, which have been automatically pulled from the client specialty tab. So these fields were already configured at the client specialty level, and that information will pull over. If you're working through and you're like, oh, that's not correct, you are able to go through and edit those fields. Our non-billable, billable orientation hours, and orientation percentage will automatically be pulled based on what's configured either at the VMS level or at the client level. And then the scheduled hours are automatically calculated based on multiplying the number of hours for shift by the shifts per week. However, if this is incorrect, you're able to adjust this field as needed. Once all this information is filled in, you're able to click on Save. Oh. If there's any information missing, you'll have to select the correct shifts.